Well, Coach, this is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Back. Ready? Check. Block 54. You can't block me. Hey, center. Check it out.
On first down, Wentz. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
No. Forward, go.
Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Von Miller, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Let's go. Great. 61, matchbox lights.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Buying time to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And it's complete to Kelce. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check safety.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And we see another pitch. Catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 51 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 38, Wentz. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Khalil Mack, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Throwing on first down is Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Murray. And he's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away as the Bears push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They got 29 yards that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Shotgun now from Murray. Out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 4-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Second down, Murray sets to throw. On the move to his left. Room here to run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Defense, let's go.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Shoot!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second and 11 now. Murray steps away. Murray has the first down and more. 16 yards, a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Vikings. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head. They've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Man open left side is Brown. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 3rd down, Murray. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Murray off play action. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
36 to Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
To throw, it's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
On the return is Cohen. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Wentz to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Wentz. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
81.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Sunday.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now Wentz again. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
24 is the mic.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Julian Edelman there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Let's go, baby.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Tight down. There you go. Kill. 24 is the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Into the red zone. Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will get them one closer.
42. Vikings 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Watch the slant.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back. The 40.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
36. Squeeze down the road. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Man out.
On play action, it's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Randy Gregory, getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following two negative plays.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Murray with a third and long. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
I got you, punk.
To the end zone, touchdown Bears. Hollywood Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Bears push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready up. Mike's by 4. They not ready for this, man.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Watch 36 to Mike.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Back.
Again, it's Mixon, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch 36.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 29, Wentz, the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Back to throw it. Murray. Rolling to his left. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets him a little bit closer. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written him off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.